just shifting rules at dawn. No human face, just metrics grinding on. A notification snaps, accept, comply the pact. 10 seconds to decide, then punished for the act. Your name becomes a number, your worth becomes a score. Your breath becomes a buffer, they trim to squeeze out more. They call it flexible, swear you can choose your road. But freedom with a stopwatch is freedom in a code. You chase 5-star mercy from strangers in their cars. The app grades every muscle like it measures up your scars. They sell independent with a polished little grin, but independent here means pay your way to begin. No sick day granted, just penalties accrued. No dignity provided, just penalties renewed. A carrot on the screen, a threat behind the claws. Peak, pay, bonus, streak, then silence without cause. Gamified survival, a slot machine parade. Hope is the shiny hook, your paycheck gets delayed. Meet your new boss, the algorithm in command. No handshake, no appeal, just numbers in the sand. It watches you blink, then charges you with time. It calls your collapse, performance stamps it fine. Work faster, speak softer, stay grateful, stay tame. If you break, they label you inefficient, then shame. In your pocket, a sensor in the street, a helpful little tracker counting pulse and heat. They sell you the myth, the system wears a mask, but neutral is a weapon when power does the task. It doesn't shout, it nudges, it starves you by design. A lower rate, a longer route, so your life won't align. Late because of traffic, it files, the blame is yours. A tunnel leads your signal, it closes other doors. One star from a bad mood, your future turns to dust. A silent shadow score decides who's safe to trust. And you, consumer, you crave the cheap rush. Doorbell dopamine, instant hush. You tap deliver, you tap same day, you tap now, then look away when riders bow. You want the miracle without the witness near, convenience without a conscience year by year. Meet your new boss, the algorithm in command. No handshake, no appeal, just numbers in the sand. It watches you blink, then charges you with time. It calls your collapse, performance stamps it fine. Work faster, speak softer, stay grateful, stay tame. If you break, they label you inefficient, then shame. No pay, no route, no wage, just cold control. Not tech, just discipline that eats you whole. Every metric is a muzzle, every score a threat. Every optimization is a debt you can't forget. You stop for water, it tags you slow and slack. You pause to breathe, it marks you off the track. You question a cut, it flags you hard to keep. 3 strikes and you vanish, deleted in your sleep. In warehouse aisles and call queue lines. Same grind, same code, logic wearing logo, same kind. Scan faster, pick faster, speak faster, don't pause. Pauses don't profit, profit is the cause. When you speak up, they hand you a form. A help send a maze with a script that will inform. No union, but no living line, just auto replies. Deadline to deadline, fine. This isn't tomorrow, it's today you bought. A market made of minutes, a life that can't be taught. It doesn't spill blood in the open street, it drains you quietly. Invoice by invoice, beat by beat. And when the numbers rise, you cheer the chart. Call it growth, call it smart, call it art. But growth for who? Ask the hands that shake, ask the backs that bend, ask the sleep they take. If a worker is data, feels guilty when it turns systematic, so stare at your screen and tally up the cost. Every cheap click is a vote for what you lost, not a person worth. A process without a face, a process that never answers, only keeps its place. Meet your new boss, the algorithm in command. No handshake, no appeal, just numbers in the sand. It watches you blink, then charges you with time. It calls your collapse performance, stamps it fine. Work faster, speak softer, stay grateful, stay tame. If you break, they label you inefficient, then shame. It won't stop when you plead, it won't pause when you drown. It doesn't hate you, it just counts you down. And if you think you're above it because it doesn't seem, remember you trained it with every bargain you redeem. So when you hear the ping, hear the chain in the sound. Asked once,